Sunny June, I heard the birds were singing, but I tossed and turned, a feeling I can't explain. No girl in town, tell me why she have to look my way.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm doing a Create This Book 2 episode. I have 38 pages to go and I'm slowly making my way through this. I realize it's been a while since my last episode, like back in summer, but here it is if you guys want to check it out. I did this really cool modern art page with some Sculpey making some raw meat, which was super fun. But here is my Create This Book 2. It is getting so big that I can barely even work in it. It's becoming quite the struggle to finish these pages because it's pretty much opened like 360 degrees around. So I'm trying my best to finish the pages, but like I said, I have 38 to go, so that's still quite a bit. And yeah, this is how it looks right now. So if you guys want to check out my entire playlist of all of my episodes, I will leave that linked down below. So I think that's it for now. Let's get going. Alright, so my first prompt is create an activity log. So pretty much you're supposed to create like a log of everything you do in a day. And I just finished school where I was studying like crazy, so I just decided to use my old notes and make a page dedicated to my awful study schedule where my entire day was consumed with school. So I began by writing study a bunch of times at the top of the page, and then I glued on some old notes and sticky notes that I had laying around from my classes this semester and glued those on the page. And then I made this little schedule on a separate piece of cardstock, wrote down everything I did kind of on a day-to-day basis when I was studying for exams and everything. And then I made it kind of like a little binder on the page where I poked holes with a pin and then tied a string and connected on that little schedule. So this is how the page turned out. I always like using up my old schoolwork and notes in like art journal pages because I'm not the type of person to re-look at my notes ever again. So yeah, it's a great way to use it up. And I think the pen writing study a bunch of times was kind of nice to pull in the blue colors from the notes. So that's how this one turned out. My next prompt says create a status, so you're just supposed to choose a word on how you're feeling. So I wrote hungry because I am always hungry, and I decided to make a pie on the other side. So I actually thought of the pie idea first, and then I found a page that I thought could work with it. So I began by taking these strips of tan fabric and I am just braiding it together. This is going to be the edge of my pie crust. So I just clipped those together with some binder clips and kind of measured a good circle for my pie. I began by coloring that in with a red marker, and then with some foam I'm cutting out circles. So this is going to be a cherry pie, and once I filled in that circle, I'm just going ahead and gluing in all of those little pieces. So then I am going to make the lattice shape on top of the pie. So I began by cutting out the tan fabric into a little bit of thinner pieces, and then I'm just weaving that on top with some glue. The glue stick actually worked really well for this. Surprisingly, I thought I was going to have to pull out my glue gun, but I never had to. Then I'm taking a separate piece of paper and kind of tracing out the circle shape, and then gluing that braided piece around so that I can put that on top and make everything look a little bit cleaner. So on that top circle sheet, I'm also drawing some background things. So I did this little tablecloth, this bowl of cherries, a whisk, and then just filled in the background with some more cherries. I glued that on, added some extra little details like shadows on the drawing, and then to tie in the cherries on the other side, I cut out some red pieces of paper and some leaves, glued those on, and then I glued in that little piece that I made. So I know I'm complaining about having so much bulk in this journal, but then here I am making another super bulky page that'll just add to the problem. But regardless of that, I think the page turned out so well. I love it. I think it's such a unique way to use a bunch of different mediums in my art journal. So this is something that I haven't really done before. So this is how it turned out. And the last prompt for today says create a miracle. So just kind of like the other page, I started with what I wanted to do first, and then I found a prompt that could work for it. I had these little raccoons from a Christmas card that I got, and I wanted to use them in here. So they're making snow angels, so I decided to put them on a beach where it's like plus 40 degrees. And I began by using some scrapbook paper to make my ocean waves and my sun. I also added some glitter, which was kind of a mess. And then I colored in the beach, and I added these cute little raccoons on there, glued those on, and just kind of filled in the background. So I'm doing this on a separate piece of printer paper because my journal is pretty much impossible to work in now. I wanted to do a sunset on the background, added some little sun rays on there, and then I'm writing plus 40 degrees Celsius on a separate piece of paper, cutting that out so that you can tell that it's really hot, but they're still making snow angels. So that's my miracle that's happening. Also, there's a cute little bird making snow angels, which is fun. I added some under the sea stickers, and then just to make it even more obvious, I wrote snow angels in very hot weather on a separate piece of paper so that it was really clear what was going on and what was the miracle. So this is how the page turned out. So cute, and I love the glitter even though it was such a mess.
And I'm well aware that I can't keep you, so I'll dream about blessing from above, what I do to deserve it. The money, the time, and the hurt, and you work, and I'll show you my world if you show me yours too.
So I updated this page on my iPad of all the prompts I have left in here. So after I was completed all the pages, I just went through and crossed off all of the ones that I had finished. So now from 38, I am now at 35 pages to go. I just have this on Notability, and I like to do this at the end of my art journals just to kind of keep track and motivate me to hopefully finish as soon as I can. So yeah, 35 pages to go. It's still quite a ways, but I mean, compared to how I started, that's pretty close, I guess. So here is everything after I have put all the new prompts in. Like I said, this is getting pretty challenging over here, so I'll have to maybe stick with like not collage-y type pages or ones that add too much bulk. But I do like that look in my journal, but I think maybe I have reached a point. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which prompt today was your favorite, and I'll see you in a new video coming soon.
Sunny June, I heard the birds were singing, but I tossed and turned, a feeling I can't explain. No girl in town, tell me why.